Alhamdulillah, we praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We thank Him for allowing us a chance to come and listen to His beautiful words that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala encapsulated in His book. Last JUMAH, the one before the last one, we looked at how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to guide us through the book. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us all the guidance that we need in order for us to live in this world as good slaves to Him. Because ultimately Allah has preparations for us. Those that are going to be humble, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has the reward prepared for them. And those that are going to be arrogant and obstinate, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has prepared chastisement for them. So Allah gave us that guidance so that we can use our intellect. Allah did not create us like animals. We can reason with Him. We can reason with the statements. We can reason with the injunctions. And we see what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala desires for us, whether good or bad. But Allah has given us that guidance. How many of us are sitting down to analyze the guidance, to analyze the book? Some of us are drenched into our passion. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, even if you drench yourself in your passion, I have the guidance for you and I have rights over you as my slave. And if you become obstinate and arrogant and insolent, I'm going to grip you one day. So Allah gave us a series of distractions of the people that came before us, so that Allah can give us an eye-opener, so that we can be able to see how we shall deal with Him after giving us all the history that He did. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Ibrahim was addressing us. Don't you ever think that Allah is oblivious of you. Allah is watching you. Allah is watching all your moves. Whatever you're doing, Allah is seeing it. But He's giving you the grace period. Maybe in that grace period, you can rectify yourself. You can maybe change. You can maybe make tawbah. But if you don't, in that period that Allah has given you, then wait for your chastisement too. إِنَّمَا يُؤَخِّرُهُمْ يَوْمٍ تَشْخَصُ فِيهِ الْأَبْصَارُ. You'll be running, racing before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah says, I've given you all the examples that you needed from me. I wanted to teach you how I deal with the criminals. So are we taking the lessons? Or we are just coming here to sit and then as ceremonial sitting, like Christians go to church every Sunday, also Muslims should go for JUMAH every Friday. Are you coming here to take some message home? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَلَا تَحْسَبَنَّ اللَّهَ مُخْلِفَ وَعْدِهِ رُسُلًا. Allah has promised His messengers and He will have to fulfill all the promises. When Allah says on the tongue of Muhammad that He will chastise us, He will surely chastise us until we change ourselves. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, you wait for that day when Allah will sweep away all this dunya that is deluding you. يَوْمَ تُبَدَّلُ الْأَرْضُ غَيْرَ الْأَرْضِ. Today we are being arrogant on the land of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Before the skies of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah will change all this that has been deluding you and He will grip you. وَبَرَزُ لِلَّهِ الْوَاحِدِ الْقَهَّارِ. We shall all present before the Wahid al-Qahhar. Allah who is one, only one, and able to bring everything to fruition, whatever He desires. Al-Qahhar, who has the ability to effect anything that He wants. Single-handedly. Al-Qahhar. وَتَرَى الْمُجْرِمِينَ يَوْمَئِذٍ مُقَرَّنِينَ فِي الْأَصْفَادِ. That's the day when criminals will be chained, will be shackled. Why? Because today you are arrogant. No one is tying you. Allah has given you restrictions and boundaries from the book and the sunnah. Now you don't want to follow that. You go beyond the boundaries of Allah. You go beyond the injunctions of Allah. So that day, because today you are not chained. Why? Because you think you are an intellectual. That day Allah is going to chain you, shackle you up. مُقَرَّنِينَ فِي الْأَصْفَادِ سَرَابِيلُهُمْ مِنْ قَطُرَانٍ وَتَغْشَى وُجُوهَهُمُ النَّارُ. Allah will blaze fire upon you. Why? لِيَجْزِيَ اللَّهُ كُلَّ نَفْسٍ مَا كَسَبَتْ. Every soul will have to get the reward, the recompense of whatever it used to do. لِيَجْزِيَ اللَّهُ كُلَّ نَفْسٍ مَا كَسَبَتْ. Whether big or bad, big or small, or evil or good, you have to get your recompense. Allah is not going to oppress anyone. لِيَجْزِيَ اللَّهُ كُلَّ نَفْسٍ مَا كَسَبَتْ. إِنَّ اللَّهَ سَرِيعُ الْحِسَابِ. Allah is swift in reckoning. Allah says, هَذَا بَلَاغٌ لِلنَّاسِ. I've given you the message. The message has been delivered adequately. هَذَا بَلَاغٌ لِلنَّاسِ. Those people who came to hear, you've heard. هَذَا بَلَاغٌ. بَلَاغٌ لِلنَّاسِ. That's a message well conveyed to you. وَلِيُنْذَرُوا بِهِ. Allah says, I've set all that information for you to be warned. I want you to be warned. I want you to be warned so that you change yourself. وَلِيُنْذَرُوا بِهِ. Be warned by that message. وَلِيَعْلَمُوا أَنَّمَا هُوَ إِلَهٌ وَاحِدٌ. So that I understand and you understand and we all understand that the only being that is supposed to command us is only Allah. Not your boss, not your husband, not your leader, not your parents, not your neighbor, not your ego, not your nafs, not your money, not your business, not your pomp, not your glory, not your expertise, not your degrees. Ilahun wahid. It's only Allah to say, sleep and you sleep. Wake up and you wake up. Dress like this, you dress like that. Don't go for that thing, you don't go for it. أنما هو إله واحد وليذكر أولو الألباب. And people of intellect can get a lesson from what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has captured. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to open our eyes so that we can be able to see the guidance from His book. واختم وصلى وسلم على سيدنا محمد حيث الله مخبرا وآمرا إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد وارض اللهم عن أئمة الخلفاء أبي بكر وعمر وعثمان وعلي وبقية الصحابة رضوان الله تعالى عليهم أجمعين اللهم ربنا آت نفوسنا تقواها وزكها خير من زكاها أنت وليها ومولاها اللهم ربنا أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وارنا الباطل باطلا ولا تجعلنا اتباعه اللهم إنا نعوذ برضاك من سخطك وبمعافاتك من عقوبتك ونعوذ بك منك سبحانك لا نحصي ثناء عليك أنت كما أثنيت على نفسك اللهم إنا نسألك خير ما سألك منه عبدك ونبيك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعبادك الصالحون ونعوذ بك من كل شر استعاذك منه عبدك ونبيك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم عبادك الصالحون أنت المستعان وعليك البلاء ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله.